Shalom, we're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here each week, week in, week out, down to hear the prophesy the downfall of America. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in sincerity. Now, we want to go into wisdom, man, because I see a lot of niggas out here not even trying to use wisdom that get them by, you know, because our forefather Solomon saw all he asked for. He prayed and the Most High blessed him abundantly with that, man. Because right now, people just, it's like the fast, to me it's like you see people trying to get the fast food, spiritual gifts. The fast, try to get the fast away, man. We not, actually, as brothers, we not, you know, sometimes we're not even just sitting back and thinking about what we need to ask for, you know. I mean, me included, sometimes the spirit always wants and moans and groans for something else that you shouldn't be asking for. You should ask for the wisdom. Wisdom will get you a whole bunch of things, you know. Wisdom just will maintain your life, you know, for the time that Yahweh Shai, stability, yeah, for the time that Yahweh Shai come, man. Because that's all we're going to use in these times and days, man. That's what this scripture bring out too. We got something real quick. Okay.
This is Proverbs 4, verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
Right, because you got to get, when it's something principle, it is basically important. More important is to receive wisdom and make it a principal thing. That means you making that very important too. Because wisdom will navigate you through trials and tribulations and shit. So the next nigga that come by that'll try to kill you, sometimes you can talk a nigga out of that bullshit he trying to do to you through wisdom. Wisdom will not make you go down that way, you know, because you can see shit from a distance. Some people are inclined to go down to where the mischief is at, just like a moth see a light, it goes to it, you know. That's how niggas is. And it might be a nigga about to shoot, you know. But wisdom, it gets you like, man, that's some other shit. Let me go around 3 blocks down this way, 4 that way, and come around and go to my vehicle over here because that didn't look right, you know. And on top of that, wisdom is what guides us, man. That's all we can have right now in these times, these days and times that we gonna always use. Give me that real quick. You got some more to that.
Proverbs chapter 2, verse 5. Then shalt thou understand the fear of Yahweh and find the knowledge of God. For Yahweh giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
Right. The word knowledge is to know. To understand is to, let's see. Understand is to have intelligence. This is out of the Strong's. It says to understand intelligence, the act of understanding, the skill, the faculty of understanding, intelligence. You know, the object to know. You know, so to understand, that means you understood, or you have a basic principle of what you need to do. You know, understand. All right, you go, bro.
Verse 7. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly.
Right. He's a buckler to them that walk uprightly, man. A buckler. You know, it's a shield. He will protect you to them that walk uprightly in this thing, man. Because we got, and nowadays, in the past few weeks, we've been having some of the worst unused wisdom and unknown faith in Israel, as we see, you know. Doctors that have been doctored, people doctoring doctrines up, people bringing out bullshit, lying, you know, not using wisdom, and wisdom will make you close your mouth. And you know, when they say if a man open his mouth, he could, you know, if a man keep his mouth closed, he considered wise. He could be considered wise. That's wisdom. You know, because sometimes you can be a fool. If he got his mouth closed, he could be considered wise. Because if you got a nigga that's barking his mouth, you can understand where his dumb ass coming from. He's saying some of the off shit. But a fool who doesn't speak or say anything that's off brand or against the doctrine, he could be considered wise because he's thinking as an intelligent or thinking man. You know, it's wise to not open your mouth, because even in this goddamn kingdom that we in, we gotta use wisdom. We can't go to work and just cuss out the white man. Oh, you know what I mean? We at work just cussing. Just wisdom. You gotta be a wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, man. That's using wisdom. Because now we got people out here, we got Israelites out here that's not using goddamn common sense, which you can branch off into wisdom, man. Makes sense to close your mouth when you're speaking to dignitaries, man. You know, that's some.
Yeah, I got some. This is James, chapter 3, verse 13. James 3 and 13.
Yeah, just 7. Yeah, that's good.
You got it?
Go ahead.
James 3 and 13. Take 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Who is a wise man endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom. 14. But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not and lie not against the truth.
Right. Glory not and lie against the truth, man. Because you glory and glory not and lie against the truth. That's not wisdom. You're not putting yourself in a trick bag thinking that you could come against the spirit of wisdom, man. The spirit of Yahweh Shemashah who giveth wisdom. You think that you can fool men of renown and wisdom? You think you can fool them by just speaking things contrary to the doctrine, and then they not going to see or understand what you're saying or doing? You know, wise men are wise. To use wisdom, to be a wise man, you actually have to observe and calibrate or calculate what you're going to say when you speak it, or don't say it at all. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 14 or 15. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish.
Right, because that's what these niggas doing. They're thinking they're coming to this thing, get a minute in this, get a second out here, and they the wisest man on earth, because they learn from elders, they learn from brothers, so they obtain more knowledge than them. But 30 years is more than what most of us have. You know, you're not structuring yourself. You're structuring yourself against the principal head of this thing. They didn't just jump in here. You know, they didn't use folly to get to that point. You don't hear them. You don't even hear a bad report really about our elders. You don't hear a bad report. You hear what they cussing out the white man or they cussing out the black woman. You know, but the scriptures say what the black woman's gonna be like. The scriptures say, mark them that cause division. You know, you gotta understand that you gotta scale your mind and see that, wait a minute, these elders are actually in accordance to the doctrine that the Most High set forth, because they're wise men, and wise men are not always wise but wise men because wise men are wise. They still got wisdom. Say wise men are men of age. Men of age are not always wise, right? But these are wise men. That's coming out here each week, doing triple the work, quadruple the work in one day than most of us have ever did still.
And off of that alone, that makes them men of the Most High in my eyes. They've kept the name, been out here so damn long. No, an agent's not going to do that. You know, an agent might come in, you know, teach the truth, cause a split, and then bounce and then leave, and then just, you know, made his division, whatever. But the agent's not going to be out here for 30 years when nobody's out here listening to you before the internet.
Right.
That off of that alone, let me know that they're the men of the Most High.
Right.
Because you out here, they out here. I forgot what year, but they've been out here for. Elder Tahar's been in the truth for over 30 years. Been out in the truth, teaching on the streets. Deal with all types of stuff, you know, all type of scoffers, seeing, you know, people fall out left and right, and then still maintain their faith. There's no there's no greater test than that. You know, so a person like us come into something like this, we're not battle tested like that. And you got to understand you're not battle tested like that. Now, give an analogy. You had a fight recently, and Adrian Broner, he fought this protege of Floyd Mayweather. Now, Floyd Mayweather, in the boxing sense, he has a lot of wisdom and knowledge. Now, Adrian Broner wants his wisdom and knowledge. And he almost think that from where he acts, he almost think like he already there, like he don't need it, like help like that, you know. So it's the same way, you know, a person like Floyd has been in it, you know, 20 years, and you got Adrian Broner coming here, you know, learning how to do one left hook, and, you know, a jab, and then he thinks he's somewhere. It's the same way in this truth. There's no way you can equate, you know, 5 years, 4 years to 30 years experience. Even if you go to the scripture that says the Most High will make his man of quick understanding. He ain't not like that type of understanding. He's not going to give you on the same level as somebody has 30 years of experience.
Right, because that's a good analogy.
I can understand that.
You got that's a good analogy because you got to look at, you got boxing analysts that been doing this for 30 years, and they will say, well, Ron ain't got nothing against Floyd. You know, they know. That's because they got that smarts and that understanding that they got that smarts. They got that, bro. I'm telling you, they got that smarts that they've been doing this for years, and they understand what he's a technician. He's just up and coming. Right. You cannot outbox a smart guy. You know, Floyd has wisdom in that ring, man. Floyd will wrap you up in that ring, tire you out. You can't just come with flare hooks. You can come, but you're going to miss. You're going to miss most of the time. Because he uses skill, which is his wisdom. That's what it say. He uses his skill.
Hey, and also, even if, like, let's say you're a boxer, and let's say you got like 200 amateur fights, and you might have more amateur fights than the other person has amateur and professional, but still fact, he's professional. You know, if you're fighting amateur fights, you don't know how to fight hurt because you're fighting with pads, so you might not be hurt that often. You know, so you can't, you know, equate, you know, you being out here a little bit, you know, to, okay, they doing it this long, but we out here for this long. You know, you don't even, some of the work they do, they don't even tell us about.
Come on, bring your guys.
This is Sirach 6:22. It says, "For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifested to many." Because when you break down the word wisdom, it breaks down into two words: wise, dumb, which means experienced judgment. You know, everybody doesn't have experienced judgment. That's the reason why the scriptures say those that have their senses exercise thereof. You know, because wisdom don't belong to everybody. You know, you have to experience things in order to obtain wisdom. It says, and that's the reason why the brother made the analogy comparing the new people that come in to the ancient, to the elders that's been laboring in the truth for half of a decade,
half a century, damn near. You know what I mean? A quarter of us, you know, man. Come on.
Shit, I haven't even been this thing through one president since I've been in this motherfucker. I came in, Obama was president, and right now he's still fucking president.
Right.
Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel, and put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain. Right.
It says basically, bind yourself with wisdom, man. What did Solomon do, man? Solomon only prayed for wisdom. He didn't ask for nothing but wisdom, and the Most High blessed him abundantly because of that.
Become a servant to wisdom.
Right.
You know.
Yup.
Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power.
Right.
Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. When thou hast got hold of her, let her not go.
Right.
For at last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to thy joy.
Right.
Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory.
Right. So you navigate yourself and you obtain or you absorb wisdom. You put wisdom as your armor in this thing, because nowadays it's just people. We're not using wisdom of what the Lord will give it to us liberally. Every man, Israelite man, liberally. But we try to go into the way of other doctrines, or other heathen ways to suffice what we want. Because a lot of times, like I said, it's like I just said, it's like a fast food spiritual reckoning that we try to obtain things faster. But wisdom, you got to let it